Hey guys, what's up? Sean here, and welcome to episode 12. We're now good at counting because I'm taking notes on the numbers these days of the Elektrify Wrestling Podcast, joined by
Scott as always.
If you're watching on my channel, the link to the proper channel is below. If you're listening on either of these but you don't want to watch this video, you can find the audio version linked below or by typing in Elektrify Wrestling Podcast on iTunes, Google Play, Stitcher, TuneIn, Anchor, and if you use the Anchor app, you can send us a voice message for the question segment at the end of the show, or you can leave your answer or question below. We got Twitter and other things below as well, but I think we should get started because I feel exhausted already, and talking like this is definitely not going to work for me today. So, first, we got to start in the news. Daniel B. Bryan is back.
Daniel B. Bryan.
Yeah, that's how I wrote it. So I also wrote -DCTE.
Like, it's just Daniel Bryan, but no, yes, he is back.
Daniel B. Bryan.
With probably the most shocking news in Twitter in a while.
He was literally an hour of SmackDown, basically, all to himself.
Yeah.
He got two talking segments in the center of the ring.
Try to tell me SmackDown wasn't better this week than the past
it 5
wasn't. Months. It was, if you only talk about Daniel Bryan.
Well, to be honest, I was not that into him repeatedly thanking Brie Bella.
Oh, I don't like the beginning because I expected that. I like the end.
I feel like this should happen at Rumble, and so I'm punishing it for making me sit through
not how that works.
2 extra months.
You can't punish it.
Also, I don't care if Daniel Bryan's back or not back. I could care less.
You shouldn't be doing this show.
I watched him do his running, jumping kicks, and I was like,
killed himself.
No, I was like, he'll be gone in a week.
Yeah,
he might not make it through Mania.
I'm pretty sure he said he was going to stop doing that. He did not stop.
Like, the guy's not going to survive. So what's the point? Like, also, if he had concussions to the point where they made him retire.
Yeah.
Where they're letting everyone from the Attitude Era who took chair shots to the head continue. They're letting Ronda Rousey, who clearly got knocked out twice on television, continue. Then his head must have been fucked, and he shouldn't be wrestling, period. End of discussion. Like, we know from football players, you don't get better in 20 years, you get worse. So, like, this is all about not wanting him to go to New Japan.
No shit.
Well, then I'm not happy to see him back.
Well, I am.
But that means Vince is literally he doesn't care that Daniel's going to get fucking killed. And he cared only for the last 2 years when he had control. He's running out of control, so now he's okay with him being back. Like, unacceptable nonsense. You can't do that. You can't say that the guy's not fit to compete.
Well, Daniel's been cleared by everyone.
Yeah, because there's nothing you can see on a scan of a brain for a concussion until they're dead and you cut them open and you look at it and go, oh yeah, fuck, he played football or whatever he did for 20 years. We already know this. That's why you can't test for CTE.
I think you're being too negative here.
He has CTE, period. He has like 8 concussions.
Every wrestler has CTE.
But not like him.
They're letting think about this. They're letting the Undertaker wrestle, and we know how bad he had a concussion.
But I just said I don't think the Attitude Era guys who took chair shots to the head should be wrestling either.
Well, then he's going to wrestle.
It's unacceptable to say for 2 years you can't wrestle, but when your contract's up in 6 months and you're going to leave us and go wrestle somewhere else, suddenly you're clear.
Well, it's not acceptable. It's expected.
So I'm not excited to see
Daniel
a guy who I know
think he should have been retired anyways.
Yeah, but Daniel is also Daniel. It's like when the UFC made Chuck Liddell retire. Chuck Liddell got knocked out clean like 3 times in a row on like punches that wouldn't have killed him 5 years before that, and everyone's like, "Huh, I wonder if something's wrong with his brain." And he's like, "No, I'm fine. I can barely still speak a coherent sentence, but it's all good." Like, you don't just let him back. You don't just go, "Well, your contract's gonna be up in a week, so I don't care if you die in the ring. Go." Like, and then to have him get power bombed off the apron, like.
They did go extreme to start off.
I thought he was going through the announce table at first, and then they do the apron spot. I'm like, he's going to be gone in 6 months. He's going to have another concussion.
Oh, I'm not going to lie. I cringe every time his head gets even touched.
Like,
but as a wrestling fan, I am excited.
No.
He was going to return no matter what. It was just a matter of where. So
I don't know.
Vince's decision was that it's going to be here.
I just don't like the... We were concerned about your health, but now that your contract's up, we don't care anymore.
That's pretty much how it is.
Like, that's... Because now everyone's like, oh, it's fine. Vince said it's good. No, that's not what happened. Vince didn't magically think he's healthy.
If people can't see that it's because he was going to go make New Japan and Ring of Honor a lot of money.
And, like, yeah, the specialist cleared him because you look at the guy and...
He's fine.
Like, but we already know that that's not how this works.
His only hope is if he actually doesn't lie, which from the other night, he's definitely still going full.
You know, they said he's fine now, right?
Yeah.
No doctor can say if you get another concussion, we know what's going to happen next. So if he's fine now, one more might be the one more he can't, sustain.
He said he was going to do more mat-based style, so he did the same exact thing.
Well, that's the thing. You can't.
Like, you could.
You know that you can't tell the guy, like, don't do that.
Yeah.
He's going to do it anyway.
Yeah.
Because it's just, that's
like
what he wrestles.
He went 110% last night.
Yeah. That's,
don't get me wrong. It got the crowd happy.
Like, if he wrestled like Randy Orton,
he'd be fine.
And I'd be like, okay, a guy like Randy can maybe, if you let him sit out for 2 years, maybe he can come back and he'll probably be okay. But the reason a guy like Randy Orton doesn't have to sit out 2 years is because he doesn't wrestle the way Daniel Bryan wrestles.
No, Daniel Bryan, the reason Daniel Bryan has so many concussions is because he wrestles a very, very unique style.
Which means that it's like 100% chance he gets another concussion.
That's why wrestlers like Seth and Finn dial it down so much.
Yeah, like,
because they want to protect themselves from what Daniel does. Because they're all the same wrestler.
Like, I didn't like. Oh, he's fine now. Like, no.
And what scares me even more is I read today they actually probably going to do a stipulation. What are you going to do with Daniel Bryan? Like, you can't do a stipulation. If you accidentally touch him with any object in the head?
I don't. It's like, I'm not going to be able to watch him without thinking, like, this is a bad idea.
I will never be able to watch him again without cringing. That is for sure.
It's kind of like Kurt Angle. Like, I can't look at the guy without thinking, like, it's not worth it. Like, this isn't worth it.
I'm more scared about Kurt because he can't stand.
Yeah, but that's that's the thing. You can see it.
His, yeah.
And yes, Daniel is not at the point where, like, his sentences are incoherent. I got that part. But the next concussion might be that line. We don't know. And to say, like, well, the WWE doctor thinks it's cool now, so it's all cool. It's like, no, his contract's up in September. That's what happened. That's all that happened. And it's probably safer for him to be in WWE than New Japan.
I agree.
Probably.
Because you know how Kenny does the knees?
Yeah.
If he fights Kenny, he will die.
But he's still going to be a maniac, WWE or not.
Oh, that's guaranteed.
So it's like, again, if this was Kane's moveset does not really, like, as long as you don't put him in a Hell in a Cell, I don't think he's getting any concussions.
He like promised that he was going to do like more mat-based, and he worked on that. And then he does the jumps in the corner where he legitimately lands on his head.
There were a couple that were ugly, and then the last one I was like,
oh yeah, that one killed me.
I was like, some of them he landed on his shoulders and he rolled. Yeah. And I was like, all right, he's fine, he's fine. And look, the likelihood of that giving you a concussion is pretty low.
But still.
But I'm picturing, like, what's the next step of that? Mm-hmm. Like, he does that with another guy doing something back to him, and he hits his head off their knee or something. Yeah. You know, like, they were just standing in the corner, so he's probably going to be fine. Like, I've hit my head off the floor and never had a concussion. But, like, still.
Daniel Bryan's situation now is one match at a time.
Yeah.
Like, it's one match at a time. This will be maybe his safest match.
But, like, he's even more reckless than, like, AJ.
Oh, 1,000,000%. That's how he wrestles.
Like,
that's what he's known for.
Well, like, it's AJ does, you know, he jumps and does all flips and whatever.
He's protective, though.
But, like, those running kicks into the corner, he's literally just flailing. He's not doing anything. It's not smart at all.
Like, if he kept, like, his kicks, not the flying kicks and stuff, and then just develop more technical, like...
But even, you know the way guys, they run into the corner and they jump sideways and they hit with, like, the back of their knee or sort of, like, across it. Yeah. That's not what he was doing. No. He's running and, like, doing a backflip, but, like, already on the floor.
Yep.
So, like...
Yep.
Because people do that...
100% all the time.
People do that other thing and they land on their shoulder sideways. He's trying to, like, invert and land on his feet.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You're going to hit the back of your head off the ground,
like,
dude.
If you compare Randy Orton, Randy Orton goes about 40% the entire match.
Like, I get that Randy Orton can't do a backflip because he's big or whatever, but
still, he doesn't, like, move fast or anything. Daniel's literally, like, doing sprints for an hour.
Oh, God, it's going to be hard to watch him.
As a wrestling fan, I'm excited. As a human being, I am scared.
Like I'm not gonna be able to watch him without being like, oh god, oh no, please don't, please get out.
I was cringing every time he fell because that's like what people told him to stop doing. And
it was like the end of Dan Henderson's UFC career, where I'm like, please just get out of here, please, 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 please. Every time your chin gets touched, you fall down. Please go away. Please stop. Like I get it, you love it, but that's the problem. We can't. No one's gonna be able to stop you from doing the crazy thing.
We won't really. Well, we kind of know what he's gonna do, but if he changes his style in this match, that we don't know what kind of match it is, I assume it's just gonna be.
Well, I don't know. Match. I guess going forward, is he Kurt Angle, like wrestling?
Yeah, I'm trying to figure that out too.
Or is he?
I'm pretty sure he wants to wrestle more.
I think it's more, but it's not, like, from his past interviews about, like, if he left.
He also he wanted,
like, 150 days or something instead of,
365.
Yeah.
He won't do live events. That's pretty much what he's saying.
But, like, no Sheamus. No Sheamus. Don't get anywhere near Sheamus.
Sheamus still healthy?
What's the thing? He's not.
He's not, but he keeps wrestling.
Well, that's the other, Sheamus is one of those people where every time he does a move,
like I remember when the report came out, oh, he has the same thing as Edge. I was like, huh. And he's still wrestling. They're like, oh, well, it's not as bad.
But see, that's the thing. Like, take Paige, for example. No. You can do an MRI and look at Paige's neck and be like, that's not right.
Yeah.
There's nothing you could look at with Daniel to be like, that's not right. So now we're pretending it's okay.
People are trying to compare the Paige thing. Like, oh, Paige can come back now. It's not the same thing.
No, a neck, you can look at it.
Like, if you look at Daniel Bryan, he looks like a normal human being who, if I asked you and you never watched wrestling, is he okay? Should he be wrestling? You'd say yes.
Yeah, he's not Chuck Liddell.
I told you what
his sentences are coherent.
If I told you what happened to Paige, you would not think she's wrestling.
I mean, even Kurt's sentences sometimes concern me.
Kurt messes up his words on a weekly basis, but so does Shane. But that doesn't mean anything.
It's hard to tell what that is, but like Kurt, if you look at like something from 2000, did not have a problem saying things.
Right.
So you start to wonder, like, when you break your neck, chances are you landed on your head while you were doing it. Just saying, everyone. Like, there might be something more to this than he broke his neck a couple times.
So, we don't have to talk about Daniel anymore. But after last night, well, we're going to have to talk about him a lot in the future. Sorry. But after what I saw last night, I'm excited for him wrestling, but I'm also scared.
Just to kind of talk about SmackDown in general for a second.
Yeah.
I feel like they knew he was getting cleared. I feel like months ago, because they literally have been building to this match for months.
You know why they waited till now? Because as you said, they should have did it at Mania. But if they did it at Mania, not Mania, Royal Rumble, people would have been so mad that he didn't win the Royal Rumble.
I know, but
it would have made more sense.
It's still like, why? And like they could have had AJ versus Shinsuke versus Daniel Bryan at WrestleMania if Shinsuke eliminated Daniel to win the Rumble.
Yep, easily.
And that's a lot better than Shane.
I'm pretty sure Shinsuke and Daniel will be like SummerSlam, but hey, I don't know what Daniel's gonna do. As he said, is he keeping his job?
Is he getting drafted to Raw?
We'll see. A lot of people think AJ's going to Raw because Daniel's healthy.
But then he'd lose a slogan, and they like slogans.
He does have a good slogan.
SmackDown is the house that AJ Styles built, so you gotta weigh.
We could talk about AJ news too, of how he's like dead.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
He's not dead. That was kind of important.
Pencil that in. The reason
everyone forgot because of Daniel.
Well, I forgot because I don't think it matters.
I think he's fine. I think he will be.
He might not even be fine, but I don't think he gives a fuck.
He said that, actually.
So
in an interview, he said, "I will wrestle without a leg."
Especially where he's losing the belt to Mania, obviously.
So he can.
So
if he has to go away, he can go away after that.
Yeah, even if he has to kill himself for one night, he can do it.
It's not like it's a torn ACL, so.
And even if it was,
he'd still go.
That's
what Ciampa did.
Yeah, you shoot him.
He tore it at a house show, and then he wrestled the match, and then went away.
You should give him some, shot to the knee.
And they were smart last night. They had him do nothing.
And like some people, after they tear their ACL like multiple times, they don't even go get it fixed after that because there's no point. Mm-hmm. So they could continue on with whatever sport they do without their ACLs.
Yeah. So
there was a basketball player who played in the NBA for 2 years not having ACLs, and he didn't know it.
Yep, don't remember his name. I know Joe Thornton this past year tore his ACL and played like 82
Yeah, and they went, he hurt his knee, and so they went to do an MRI. They're like, do you know you have no ACLs? He's like, no. They're like, you don't.
My leg kind of hurt, but...
Yeah, and like Phillip Rivers played that playoffs AFC championship with no ACL. He's fine.
Yeah.
Brace on it. It's
so
good.
I think AJ will be fine for at least one match.
That's why I wasn't worried.
Just don't have him wrestle on SmackDown.
Yeah, it's fine.
Which he doesn't anyway, so we're fine.
Well, I mean, now they got to have Rusev versus him versus Shinsuke versus
Daniel Bryan.
What did they say for next week? It's the Singe, Rusev... Something. What? There was a Singe in some place. Or was that for the other feud?
I don't know.
Jinder's teamed with the Singe versus somebody.
Is it versus Rude and
I don't remember.
Randy? By the way, I cried when they finally announced that Jinder was in that. All right. That will be the break for me during the Mania, because it's a very good show.
Yeah, we'll talk about Mania overall probably at the end. How many weeks do we got left for the show before Mania?
1. Because we make predictions in 2 weeks.
Okay. So
next week's plain week, the week after that is go home.
So next week we'll do for our question, we'll rank the matches we're looking forward to and the matches we're not looking forward to. Because I'm starting to think this Mania is going to kill me.
There's so many good ones, and then there's
so many multi-man stupid nonsense matches.
Yeah. It's gonna be a lot. I'm excited for Ronda though.
The ultimate deletion.
What were your thoughts?
Not as good as... Well, the thing is, I can't remember how many TNA ones there are.
There's 3.
I feel like there's more than that.
I do too, but
I feel like there's minimum 5.
You know how I know there's 3? Because I watched them all before. Okay. There's 3 and there's like extra stuff.
The last one from TNA, where they made the joke about Triple H and stuff, that was the better one, I think.
That was my favorite.
This one was like the Deleter Decay.
Is that the second one? Oh, is there 4?
There's at least...
There's a Great War. I think there's 4.
Yeah, there's at least.
There's one with Matt and Jeff.
The one with Matt and Jeff.
There's 2 with the Decay.
Yeah.
Okay. And then there's the Apocalypto.
Yeah, because there's... Yeah.
Okay. I don't remember the Deleter
Apocalypto, Deleter Decay, Total Nonstop Deletion, and then whatever Jeff and Matt did the first
Apocalypto
time.
And Total Nonstop Deletion are the same.
Are they?
Yeah. The Great War.
The Great War is different than...
Yeah.
Fuck it, whatever.
It's so confusing.
My disappointment in this one was that they didn't introduce any new... Like, the lawnmower returned, the fireworks returned... But I wanted a new, like, the dilapidated boat return. I wanted some new thing.
What I liked about this was it introduced people that
Well, that's
no
the thing.
idea.
They kind of all were new.
Yeah.
So I get that.
Yeah.
But, like, I just wanted one new thing.
I think it was a good start.
Did you see the breaking news, though? Pyro's back.
Really?
No, it was in that. So
I enjoyed that, by the way.
I hated it because I could see Vince being like,
I didn't like no
you're not shooting at anyone. No one will be getting hit with pyro.
That's all I was waiting for. I didn't do it.
You know that was
the firework.
You know that was a Vince mandate.
Vanguard 1 was good.
What I didn't love...
They did a lot with Vanguard 1.
They always do the ring.
Yeah. But multiple rings this time.
Yeah, I didn't love it, like, starting in the ring.
No, me either. I didn't like that at all.
I really like the Bray like flashback sequence.
I loved that.
Because first of all, they remembered that Randy burnt his house down.
They didn't show Randy.
Yeah, they didn't bother to say who burnt his house down. But what they didn't remember was the New Day thing.
No, they did not.
I don't know why that wasn't in there.
That did happen.
That seems like it would have fit because that was literally...
That was right after.
That was their, Great War or whatever.
It was not even close.
I don't get why that wasn't in there.
I saw a lot of positive feedback actually for this.
No, I would watch a weekly Matt Hardy deletion show.
He's so ridiculous. It's great.
Like if really quick, like overall Raw, it was the only part of Raw I didn't want to punch myself in the face.
I was really sad that Maxwell and Wolfgang weren't really in it.
Yeah, I don't know.
They were more so. I think they're waiting for Jeff to do everything else.
Yeah.
As much as I hate to say that for poor Matt, but
like
you need him kind of now.
First of all, the only other thing is I wish it was a network special, so it could have been like endlessly long. I wanted an hour.
I'm happy they gave it the main event. That was big for me.
And they didn't interrupt it with commercials.
And there was that live crowd. They actually showed them real stuff.
Yeah.
So they didn't complain.
They only interrupted at that very beginning.
Yeah.
Part.
Oh, and Michael Cole made me mad.
But it was mostly commercial free.
But Matt Hardy's going to delete Michael Cole next.
I saw that.
Okay.
Oh, Please.
Jerk.
No, it would be so funny, though.
Oh, yeah. If that was a
thing that he actually does?
Yeah.
It would be so funny.
He wants to delete Vince, too.
Michael Cole can bring back the box.
Oh, and he said he'd delete Roman. I was like, that needs to be the championship
He's deleting
feud.
Vince if he didn't like the Ultimate Deletion or something.
I think it made him a lot of everything.
Like, I looked at the ratings dropped from last week.
And they went up in the third hour.
But they dropped for every hour from last week.
Yeah.
So I don't know why last week's were so high anyway.
Right.
Nobody really does.
Because Ronda was promised.
So, but they stayed over 3 million in the last hour.
Yeah.
Which is like the second week.
Actually huge.
It's only the second week they've done that in the last year or something.
Yeah.
So it worked out. And I think putting it at the end was good.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you care about it, you can watch it. If you don't care about it, you can shut it off.
Right.
They didn't. I can't go over enough how much I was waiting for the commercial break in the middle, and it didn't happen.
They didn't do it.
So I was like, "Yay,
they did good.
We did it."
It was like 15 minutes of actual action, probably, right?
I enjoyed him attempting to run him over with a lawnmower.
I liked when he was hiding behind the tombs and then he ran away. That's my new favorite.
Well, the only thing is, I was looking at the tombs to see if they had. They didn't really. The names were pointless.
No, they were. I was like, so that's just paintings.
Yeah, but I was hoping they were funny names on them. They weren't.
Yeah. It was better than I expected. I expected it to be good, and it turned out to be.
I didn't expect it to be good because I expected Vince's fingerprints all over it.
It was a lot of Matt fingerprints.
The only part where I felt Vince's fingerprints were with the fireworks going straight up in the air and not at somebody.
Yes, yeah.
Because it was kind of.
I liked the lawnmower part.
Yeah. Chair of wheels! Mower of lawn! Chair of wheels!
There was also a lot of random wrestling at times. I was like, what is happening?
See, that's the problem. These things that get weird when they start putting on like wrestling holds or doing something in the middle of like running through the woods. It's like. It gets really.
It was.
I loved that the ladder was clearly like Matt's ladder. Yeah. They didn't bring in a WWE prop ladder because I thought there was a part where there was a kendo stick.
Yeah.
I was like, where the fuck do you get a kendo stick in the woods? But then another part they used a tree branch.
Yeah, I was
like,
happy about that.
Tree branch made sense. Yeah. Kendo stick, I don't know where that came from.
And a chair.
But then the ladder, there was like the blue like piece on the ladder. I was like, that's not a WWE approved ladder. I like that. It was all metal. Yeah, I appreciated that it was a.
And I also love Senator Benjamin throwing the world into his hands and singing, and then Jeff randomly showing up, singing it, and that killed him.
So now, what do you think's gonna happen with Bray?
I think he's gonna join the Broken Brilliance. I think that's what they have to do.
Because like you got everyone being like, oh, they're gonna repackage him entirely. And
no, they can't do that.
Okay, so he touched the water, right?
He went into the lake of reincarnation.
You know what that means? You gotta go through all your past gimmicks.
Yes.
That's what happened to Jeff when he got the water.
He only had two.
But when Jeff got the water on him, he started going freaky and doing all the gimmicks.
He turned into Itchweed and Willow. That's why I love the Great War.
So,
or is that Death in the... Is this only one? Whatever. There's so many. They're all great.
Total nonstop deletion.
That is the Apocalypto. I know that. Yes, because it happened... Because it had the big mouth. And remember, Eddie Edwards and Bobby Lashley were wrestling during the match.
So which one's the one that took place at like Universal Studios?
That is the Great War.
Okay, because that feels like that should have been Total Nonstop Deletion because it took place at the Impact Zone.
Yeah, they fight right outside the Universal sign. It's great.
Because that's where he got the water.
They always chase each other in a truck.
Because he like appears backstage with a fucking like as a different character.
And he switched 12 times.
But so he has to be Husky Harris for at least a week.
Fair.
It's by rule. You touch the water.
He did touch the water.
It's how it works. But
Senor Benjamin going to find him.
But as far as the storyline goes, he's
deleted.
Yeah, but that should set Abigail's like free because she was within Bray, so now she should have to be roaming the earth as Abigail.
What if he turns into Sister Abigail?
Well, that's what it should happen.
Because that was his.
The only thing is, when he wasn't in the water, he does have teleportation powers.
He does. He is almost.
No one was accounting for the fact that he can just be like, "Dep," and then just disappear to the woods. So like,
I did find it funny. He hit him with the boat. They didn't make the boat move. I was upset. Well, they did though, because they flipped on it and Senor Benjamin.
But like, he should be inside House Hardy via teleportation.
Yes,
that's where he should be right now.
Yes.
Also, Matt just was like, "Hi, man," or Jeff. Jeff was like, "Hi."
Yeah. Well, the good part is he's not in trouble.
Well, I mean, they really he was kind of central to the plot there, because
everyone was like, "Can he be out of the
because he distracts Bray."
Yeah.
So he really couldn't not be taken.
So does Senor Benjamin trying to say he's got the whole world in his hands, which was not very well.
But like, I would watch those every week. If Mania was 7 hours of this instead of what it's gonna be, I'd watch that. Like, I don't
even got Queen Rebecca.
Yeah, I let Matt do whatever Matt does.
She played the right piano song.
She played Bray's song.
I'm very happy. It was great.
I was like,
it was everything I could have asked for.
But he has to go deleting people now.
Oh, yeah. If he deletes Michael Cole, that'd be.
But what I don't want is like he moves on to say Big Cass, just because he's in my head right now. and they have a 5-month feud where they trade wins back and forth, and then they do one of these again and delete them.
See, I understand.
Cut right to deleting.
If you remember, that is what they did technically, but they never were able to delete the Decay. They never went away.
But it's just like, I don't want.
Did he delete anyone besides Jeff?
He has to have deleted Decay at some point.
Because Jeff is still deleted on Twitter.
Well, Jeff got deleted. They won the
tag team titles.
The International Tag Team Battle of the Great Galactic Tag Team War. So like, they didn't delete it, but they conquered the world or whatever.
Did you see how sad the Young Bucks were? They were supposed to have one.
Yeah.
Imagine that. That's TNA's fault. It really is.
I don't know if I could take the Young Bucks.
You would have taken it because it was Matt.
Yeah.
That would have been even more extreme.
But that's why this should be a network thing.
Oh, the next one should.
Because it could be more frequently on the network. Like, I just want like a talk show with Matt live from the Hardy
call it the House of Hardy.
Every week.
How hard is that? Just have him and Max will talk to each other.
So, assuming that Bray like joins them, somehow, who's next on the deletion?
I have to pick an actual team or wrestler.
We wish it was Michael. Because it would be funny.
Could
you imagine if Matt replaced Michael on the desk for like 2 weeks?
That'd be wonderful.
That's what they don't do enough.
Yeah.
Like, they'll like write someone off the desk and immediately bring them back like in a week.
It's good because Michael Cole doesn't want to be on the desk anymore. So like, what if that's the way they sent him off?
You really should delete him.
They delete him.
But who's next?
As a wrestler?
Because it has to be someone who can be deleted. Like, Samoa Joe can't be deleted.
No, he can't.
Although he should be deleted.
Bray was rightfully deleted, by the way.
Yeah, so who gets deleted?
This is the last thing that could save Bray.
Also, does Matt stay on Raw or does he go to SmackDown?
I hope he goes to SmackDown.
I don't want him to because there's not enough time. It's not long enough.
That's the problem. I think he would get more freedom, but also he would have no time.
They could literally just give him the whole third hour of Raw every week.
That's fair.
Nothing goes on in that hour. Just give him the third hour.
Past few weeks, he's been the only thing I've looked forward to.
Like the deletion hour, and it's fun.
Or the House of Hardy.
Yeah, like he should just have the whole third hour. And Rebecca should edit. Like it should be like just them editing their music, everything.
I think we do need to get a live one.
Because really quick, when he walked in at the gates at the beginning, Bray was walking in. Mm-hmm. That's where I was like, oh, this will be fine because the camera work was awful.
That's the point.
Yeah, but I was worried about Vince's camera
being
work.
Too good.
Being like the Wyatt compound thing with the New Day. Mm-hmm. So I was like, okay, they let Matt do it. Whatever, the camera work, it keeps fucking shaking all over the damn place. It's like turning. I was like, there we go. We're good. It's a YouTube produced quality thing and not a
I think
USA.
The day that Rebby is on actual WWE television live is the day that we know it's finally full.
But you know who I think they're deleting?
Who?
Sheamus and Cesaro.
I wouldn't mind that.
Because I think Sheamus is...
But they don't become part of the Broken Boys.
Sheamus is both wrapping up, I would think.
Yeah, I would hope so.
But also could at least use some time off.
Yes.
And their characters have run their course as this tag team, The Bar.
Well, yeah, I think they can do it after they lose the belts.
After Mania, yeah.
Because try to tell me Braun's not winning. He's winning.
Up to Mania, we're still doing...
Braun.
We're still doing whatever this Bray turning into Husky Harris and shit. So, like... whatever's going to happen with
That's how they should continue. He just deletes everyone in the Andre Battle Royal.
Well, he really, like... The fact that Heath Slater and Rhino have not been deleted...
They could have been the first.
Because they were part of this.
Yeah.
So they really should be deleted. Because it wouldn't be that hard. I think he could just
Rhino
be like,
could go away
and they'd be gone.
Heath Slater doesn't matter.
No. And he would be so funny deleted.
And then it could all lead to SummerSlam.
Could you imagine?
Broken Matt Woken, versus Roman Reigns for the Universal title.
Like the way Jeff and Matt dress when they get deleted.
Yeah.
Could you imagine Heath Slater like that? That'd be great.
And just imagine the color of the belt.
And he could be like, "Don't delete me, I have kids."
Imagine what do you call the belt? It would be like, I don't even know what he probably called it something now.
He still needs his own belt.
Yeah, it has to be purple.
Because I saw on some website they were like, who should, or podcast or something, who should create their own custom belt? Like, who should be next?
Matt Hardy.
Matt! There's no question.
That's why, that's the only reason I say Matt goes to SmackDown, because he could actually win the title there.
I've already said it should be called the Universe Championship.
The Broken Universe Championship.
Because he says he's traveling the universe or whatever.
The Deleted Championship. That's what the Universal title can be.
It would be so good.
He'll delete it.
Oh my God, if he deleted the Universal title.
He'd be the most over human being of all time.
He just walks in the ring, deletes Roman and the title at the same time.
It was a good end. Like, I didn't remember anything else. It was great.
No, it was perfect.
Actually, no, the Ronda video was good too. Right before that.
Yeah.
I was happy with that. It was her.
The only thing is it was kind of weird.
When she showed Travis?
No, because she was saying, like...
She's the best and she's
my days of fighting are over, so I came here.
Yeah.
Are we not supposed to believe this is real fighting now? What the fuck is this? Stage acting? Like, she kept saying, my days of fighting are over, so I showed up at WWE.
She did say that.
It was weird.
It was weird.
That was where I was like, what the...
I think it was more weird that Kurt Angle was there.
I was like, kayfabe just got taken out by a cannon.
Did you also see her toss Dana Brooke?
Yeah.
She just tossed her.
I don't know why Dana landed like belly down.
I don't know why they picked Dana to throw.
No, you know why.
Because she's the only
Because she's the only person they could send out there who people wouldn't be like, I want to see this feud continue. Nobody wants to see the Dana Brooke feud continue. So it can be a one-time deal.
Because Alicia Fox is hurt.
If you sent Bailey out there, people would be like, ooh, Bailey Ronda.
You could sent Mandy Rose out there. Just saying.
I guess. All right. Number 3 on my list of things to talk about, Cena's promo.
I liked it again.
Not because of how the wrestling's going to be, but I wish this was 8 years ago so that Cena could be serious Cena and not fucking Today Show Cena.
He keeps being half.
But I can't.
Yeah, I know.
I can't take it.
He'll start like joking and then he'll turn and serious.
You don't call out the dead man by joking.
I did enjoy when he kept making fun of The Undertaker.
I know everyone else hated that Kane came out. I was so excited that Kane came out.
Why? Because they were brothers for once?
Story continuity. They're paying attention. But also, I got slight hope in my heart that this could become a triple threat at Mania, and they both retire.
Oh, God. I thought you were going to say we get Kane versus Cena at WrestleMania.
No, because I've always wanted Undertaker and Kane to have a match at Mania where they both retire.
Do you know how bad that match would be if they had a singles match? But
that's exactly why this could work.
Because you have Cena.
If you make it elimination, Undertaker can delete Kane. But he could beat Kane.
The spear can go to his urn.
He could beat Kane, but he used all his power up on getting rid of his brother, and then he gets pinned by Cena.
Yep, you're not going to get that.
But it could be a triple threat retirement match. Elimination.
Everyone retires.
No, but the last man standing is the only one who gets to continue.
And it'd have to be Cena.
And it would make sense.
And no one would cry because Kurt. Oh well.
There's still a chance because Kane came out.
You never know. I don't know.
I just fear that next week it's Cena versus Kane in the main event of Raw. I'm gonna fucking shoot myself.
I think it is.
So like,
Will I be like teasing? Hey, the Undertaker. Nope. No, he's not. No, he's not.
Well, the reports are that Taker won't show up till the go home.
As long as he shows up.
I don't want him to show up till Mania.
Do I want him to show up as the dead man?
Also, yes, but also he has to make the full ramp walk for the last time. No fucking cutting halfway down the ramp. Full ramp walk one time.
Well, you kind of know how long the ramp's going to be.
Yeah, but I don't care if it's fucking outside the stadium and 2 states down. He's making the walk.
If he doesn't end it at New Orleans where he originally lost, then you guys just leave him alone.
You know the Olympics, they run the torch?
Yep.
I don't care if he has to walk the whole thing from the torch thing to the end.
I'm kind of sad he's not going to be able to have his last walkout with the hat and gloves. At least the hat. He might have gloves.
Who knows? I don't know what's going on.
Maybe he'll just walk out. No music.
He should, because the walk's so long, he should change gimmicks all the way down the ramp.
You'd have time.
Like, just change to one jacket to the other jacket.
What if we just get Ministry out of nowhere?
No, but that's the thing. Like, he could walk a little as Original Taker, be surrounded by the guys in the cloaks and whatever not, and then switch to Ministry, switch to, like, he could go through all the gimmicks all the way down the ramp.
We might get everything.
But I want Kane in this match now.
You are maybe the only person that wants Kane anywhere near.
But I'm helping everyone because they're both going to retire.
Yeah, I am happy. I thought Kane was going to tag with Braun, and I did not want that.
Well, I'm going to be super annoyed if Undertaker retires at Mania with Cena, and then Kane shows up in, like, August at SummerSlam. Like,
you know that's true unless he wins. I hope if he wins, he stays out.
But Kane should be retiring because he's going to be mayor in Knoxville.
I think he's
not going to be mayor, but we'll pretend he's going.
Is he winning?
They still haven't had a primary.
Like, I feel like he should be, like, in the driver's seat if he's doing all this. All right, let's, I
don't know. I hope he...
Cena destroyed Undertaker, makes Undertaker look heel, all that good stuff. Okay, cool.
So, on to Raw. I forgot.
All of the big dogs.
I forgot we didn't talk about that yet.
Yeah, he got arrested.
All this other important stuff happened after this. So, the show kicked off with Roman being arrested for showing up when he's suspended by U.S. Marshals. Why would U.S. It would be, if anything, it would be what was it, Austin, Dallas?
The Texas Rangers.
It would be the police.
Yeah.
Not U.S. Marshals. He's not a fugitive. Like, he's trespassing. He's not fucking a terrorist.
I was hoping they spelled something wrong.
It was so dumb. And then
he killed one of them. He actually
the U.S. Marshals handcuff him in front.
Yeah, it was pretty bad.
Because they're clueless, apparently. But, like, Donald Trump sent the U.S. Marshal. Stupid.
I don't think it was Trump.
But, like, they chase, like, fugitives who go from state to state.
And big dogs.
And, like, that's why they do, like, the planes and stuff.
Well, anyways, let's get to the fun part.
So he beats everyone up, and then Brock comes out. And Brock beats him up.
He does Brock. He suplex.
And then he leaves. And then he beats him up again.
Actually, I did laugh when he came back and pushed him off.
There were like 6 times of coming back, though.
Okay, I'm picking the one where he pushed him off.
Yeah.
And then he dragged him because he pushed him too far.
Why do they think this is helping?
Oh, helping Roman? I have no idea.
Helping anything. Anyone, anything, Roman, this feud.
No idea.
How is Vince this tone deaf? People want to see this guy get beat up. And if he gets beat up for weeks on end and then wins at Mania, I'm going to be like, oh, it's the exact problem with Roman Reigns. Like, you're just doing
Well, he's definitely going to win at Mania, so don't worry about that.
But, like, why?
Also, lots of Bobby Lashley reports this week.
Also, that beat up was weak.
Oh, yeah.
Like, he didn't really beat him up.
He just hit him. He lightly tapped him with a chair 7 times and then suplex. Then 1 F5. But, you know, that's better than a Superman punch, a spear, an AA, a curb stomp, Finn Balor thing, something else.
And then is Brock suspended?
No.
Storyline continuity. It doesn't make any sense. Roman was suspended for complaining. Brock has to beat up a guy in handcuffs.
The only good thing is Roman was only on TV for like 18 minutes.
Yeah, that's the other thing I don't get about this. If Roman's so fucking important, he hasn't been on the show for 2 weeks, basically.
Well, if you think about it, both shows, like the main title, have not mattered on either show.
I know, but it definitely feels like they're like, nobody wants to see this guy, so let's write him off the show.
Yeah, and it's going to be in the main event of WrestleMania.
I don't care about this feud. I don't care about Brock not showing up.
I've already seen this feud.
I don't care about Roman showing up or not showing up.
I kind of want Brock to just go away.
Also, for the logic of this, right?
Mm-hmm.
Roman's pissed that he has to be there every week and Brock doesn't.
Yep, so he shows up.
He's told he can go home, and he doesn't go home.
Mm-hmm.
Why?
Moving on.
Like, it's so confusing. What did we move on to? Oh, right.
You get your dream.
Alexa cuts the exact same promo.
Yep.
Where she says she's sorry
but in
and
person.
then not sorry.
Yes, in person.
But like every promo, like the Elimination Chamber promo, every promo she's done for like
Asuka won.
Fucking last month. Asuka won by count out.
Yep, because he hurt her ankle. Mickie James is still useless, by the way.
So Nia runs down and beats up everybody.
She destroyed Mickie.
Mickie mainly, but okay.
The Nia Jax babyface turn is complete.
But someone pointed this out. They were like, why didn't she interfere in the match?
Yeah,
because it would have DQ'd Asuka, and Asuka's streak would have ended.
Well, she didn't care anymore.
But, like, that's what would have...
You don't get a storyline.
That's why Nia couldn't interfere in the match.
Yeah, that's the exact reason.
Asuka's streak is projected to go until next Mania now.
That's fine. I don't care anymore.
But it's going to ruin every storyline if people can't interfere in matches because it's going to mess up Asuka's fucking ass.
Certain people that like Sasha Banks and Bayley aren't going to be very happy.
Also, like, I'm sure Asuka's going to be on the show now every week. Like, not like Brock.
She on SmackDown? Is that the...
I think so.
Like, if she wins, okay.
But, like, why do they think it's acceptable to have a title tied up in a stupid storyline for a whole year?
I don't know, but at least she'll wrestle for it. I don't know who she's going to wrestle.
But that's the thing. She's going to, like, beat the same person 17 times and make them look like idiots.
Fact.
Like, that's what's going to keep happening. So, backstage, Alexa says that Nia should be arrested, which means that, no, not going to be arrested. We'll have a match at Mania. What? What is that even? What?
Yep.
How?
You got it. You got your match.
What is the logic of that?
Tell me you're mad, because you're not. You're going to get Nia Jax as world champion of domination.
Until Carmella cashes in on her. It's so dumb. Fucking.
Come on.
That's what I fear.
Come on.
So,
if she's going to lose one way.
The show starts to go downhill when Braun Strowman comes out and talks about needing a tag team partner. I bet you never say that. Well. He needs a tag team partner, which means Sheamus and Cesaro come out. The only part I liked of the segment was when Braun was like, would you two shut up already? Because that's what I was thinking the whole time.
Yep.
Which Braun's going to have a match against one of them tonight. So he fights Cesaro. And
it's actually a competitive match.
Next week he'll fight Sheamus, and then the week after he'll pick a tag team partner. Oh, wow. I'm so smart. I know everything about wrestling.
Someone said they should have kept James Ellsworth, and James Ellsworth never gets tagged in.
He shouldn't have a partner.
No, but my point is he never gets tagged in, right? And then when he finally gets tagged in, they lose the titles.
I'm still hoping they're smart enough to, like, go through this, like him trying to get a partner, and then he never gets one.
Why do you want him to have a partner?
I want him to win the tag team belts by himself.
Oh, I get it. Okay.
Because he shouldn't be winning the tag team belts.
No, that's true.
So if he's going to be at Mania having a tag team match, he should beat them both by himself and be holding both belts like a fucking badass, rather than having, like, Elias or somebody there, like...
I don't think it's going to be Elias.
But, I mean, Joe...
That'd be a cool tag team.
I don't want the Braun Joe champions. I don't want Braun big cast.
You have too much hope in Braun. Braun's never going to be champion. I've already decided this.
He can't for like...
He's over and it doesn't matter.
He can't for like 9 months because fucking Roman's going to walk around like a dumb fuck.
Bingo.
Oh, it's going to be so... You already know it's going to be stupid because they have Seth and Finn fighting over the Intercontinental title because Roman's going to be dicking around with the Universal for like 9 months. We already know this. I don't know when Finn's going to get to cash in his rematch clause. I have no... How long does this guy have to wait for this?
Do you know no one's ever got a rematch? Do I continue with Brock?
So something about the Hardy compound happened. No one cares.
Well, I did care at the time.
I know,
but
we already
don't care
did
now. The Revival one.
And
now they're going to be the first tag team to win the Andre the Giant Battle Royal.
Which is factually impossible. Because if they're the only two left, the match will continue forever.
Braun won the tag team, so they think they can do the opposite,
which
still can't. A rule.
The bell can't be rung until there's only one guy left.
Oh, my favorite Hall of Famer. Easily. I don't care about anyone else that much, except for the Dudleys.
Yeah. So Mark Henry's going to the Hall of Fame, those video packages.
How excited am I? Like, that's the one speech, like, I want to hear. And the Dudleys, only because Edge and Christian is now putting them in or whatever.
Here is where, oh my God, I am going to die. So, Bayley and Sasha, to talk about
they're not getting their match.
Why they're mad.
But I'm not mad.
Bayley's like, you're a jerk at Chamber. And Sasha's like, oh, I didn't realize that I was a jerk at Chamber.
She smiled at the Chamber.
Okay, I wrote a note earlier because I realized this while I was sitting on the train. This is the exact same fucking feud as Nia and Alexa, where they started it, and then they stop, and then they're going to come back to it in 8 months.
Yep.
Because they realize the timing's bad. Why do they start things that they can't do? Did they not know they weren't going to have time to do this?
Sister Abigail.
But that one, like, everyone got the mumps. This, they're like, oh, we don't have time at Mania to do this. You didn't know? When you started this at Chamber, you couldn't have, you didn't know?
I think.
Or they really started before Chamber, to be honest.
Well, we already know they're in the Battle Royal because they said it.
I mean, they have to be because there would be no one in the fucking Battle Royal.
Do you know it's going to be 14 matches?
Yeah, it's too many.
Did we go over last week? Yeah, we did.
Yeah. We figured out
why they knocked
we were missing
match.
the SmackDown tag team title match from the list we were looking
Which
at.
isn't made yet. I don't care.
Why this feud? I don't know. I don't care. The women.
Absolution 1.
Whatever that's for.
Also, you didn't watch this match, did you?
No.
Okay, never mind.
Why would I watch this?
Well, I was gonna ask you if you saw Mandy Rose's knee.
No,
because it's a better move than literally half the roster.
I just know that
they ram him.
They trade wins back and forth week to week, and
that is fair.
I don't care what's going on.
We talked about Cena,
and I know they're going to a battle royal, so I really don't care what's going on.
Yep.
Like, who cares? Cena happened, then more Hardy stuff.
The entire Dallas Cowboys were there, aka one person. That's funny.
The Miz. The Miz does kind of a Miz TV.
Like at this point, I was like, okay, the deletion's coming. I don't care.
The only good thing that happened in the
Tyler
segment
Black and Prince Nevitt
was they remembered that Gallows and Anderson were part of the Balor Club.
They got new shirts. I
saw them standing at the bottom. I was like skipping through the entrances or whatever. I saw them standing at the bottom of the ramp. I'm like,
they're the OGBC, whatever that means.
We did it.
Bullet Club. That's what they mean.
Balor Club.
They're not the original Balor Club. Technically,
they are.
Technically, every fan is the original Balor Club.
They're the only Balor Club that ever has been.
Forever, by the way.
And then the Hardy compound. So that was the show. I'm
going to be very biased towards one part of the show.
Oh, real quick, since this wasn't on the show, but Ronda was there during this last segment.
Yes.
Can we now agree that I was right? That the reason that she hasn't been on TV is not her fault, and because Stephanie and Triple H are off doing something else?
Mm-hmm. She have was at the show all the time. People can't get mad at her.
And last week, she wasn't at the show, but she was in Connecticut, probably at their fucking house.
I don't even mind that she's not there.
Well, I don't mind because they blew through all of the feud portion in a week and a half.
Yeah.
So there's nothing else to do.
Yeah.
But she should be on the damn show.
I think the video helped this week. Last week was bad.
If I could
literally did nothing.
If I could have skipped the Revival and Titus Worldwide and had Ronda Rousey, I would have done that.
Yeah, I would have liked to see her.
I would have done that.
I would have liked to see her throw Dana, which you can see on WWE.com.
Yeah, I only watched her throw. I didn't care what that
I did not listen to one thing.
I should have because I wanted to see if she was doing better or worse, but
probably wasn't because she didn't have to. And she was talking to Dana.
So I probably should have.
Dana didn't help her.
But this show
is one of a kind.
I don't know.
We're going to blow through SmackDown.
I feel like I didn't like Raw again.
But you liked one part.
But that's the thing. If we're talking about everything that's building to Mania, I don't care about anything that's happening.
That's not good.
Even AJ and Shinsuke, I want to see the match, but I don't care about anything building towards it.
Because they don't really have a build.
But that's the thing. None of this has a build.
Especially because they can't say New Japan. So.
And I think I realized why nothing has a build. Because every fucking belt is going to change hands at Mania. No one's retaining. There is nothing to build. They're just waiting to shuffle the deck. That's all they're doing.
Correct. I was just thinking of the titles. Yeah.
They're the only thing Mania is for is to switch the belts.
Yep.
They don't care about anything else. There's no story.
And Ronda.
Because you last week mentioned WrestleMania 23, so it's in my head now. Cena retained.
Cena did retain.
So there was a build. Because the only thing that was there was the feud. This is literally just
they had a very long build. They were tag team champions.
Yeah, this is just like we want to switch the belts and we're going to do it all in one night. So we don't have to build because you're going to be excited that there's new champions. Mm-hmm. No! Because now I don't care.
The only match that had a lot of build was the match that no one knew was going to happen until yesterday.
The only build going on here is Cena Taker.
Fact.
Really?
It started late.
Brock, they're pretending there's a build, but it literally makes no sense week to week, and it's all just to get Roman over as a babyface.
And you can't have builds for Battle Royals.
The tag match, the only build
doesn't have a build because they were ready to put Braun somewhere else, and they're like, oh, we'll just have him be a tag team champion.
Yeah, the Hardy thing is like the most built up, and it's not for Mania.
Technically, it's over. Well, the next step.
It's definitely not over.
Step 1's over.
Because they don't have anything else to do for a few weeks. So.
The first phase is, yeah. Okay.
I don't... It's just like, there doesn't feel like there's a build.
AJ couldn't have a build because he had to be in a 7-way tag team title match or whatever.
But, like, that's the thing.
And Shinsuke can't talk.
We knew Shinsuke was facing AJ at Mania when he won the damn Royal Rumble. Mm-hmm. There was no excuse to not start right there. And then now they're not building, they're fighting Rusev.
Yeah, that is happening.
What? Get Rusev out of here! He's not part of this! Why is he here?
Triple threat.
And the biggest problem with why he's here is because the only reason he's here is because he randomly fought Shinsuke in a match they threw together the week before Fastlane at Fastlane.
Yes.
He had nothing to do with any of this.
Correct.
He just randomly got tossed into it.
Yes.
At least if him and Shinsuke had to build towards Fastlane, and then he like continues as part of this for a little bit, fine. There was no build for that. It was like the Tuesday before. They're like, oh, by the way, they're going to have a match because neither of them are on the show.
Really sad. You know what match has the most build for a title match? Bobby Roode and Randy Orton.
The cruiserweights, kind of.
Actually, they have a really good build, and they had really good matches, and I know you don't watch them because it's 205 Live. Why would you watch them? But they probably will have the best match.
I don't need to see really good matches between people who don't exist.
Well...
Because they're not even on Raw anymore.
Right? No.
They just...
No, they're not.
They got wiped off the face of the earth.
So we had to have tag team matches.
And you know they're the kickoff to the pre-show at WrestleMania.
Oh, they have to be a kickoff. Like,
they're gone.
Like, I know they're going to have a good match, but do you remember who was the kickoff last year? And they were two bigger stars.
Yeah. Dean
Austin Aries and Neville,
but,
too.
Like, it was Dean.
Oh, yeah, and Baron Corbin.
They were, at least, I think the Cruiserweights got to go on after that.
They had a good match. You liked that one.
Yeah, it was probably the only match that didn't suck.
You know Neville might come back again.
I don't... Until that man shows up, I
want him to be on
SmackDown
anymore. Really bad. Because he's really good at everything, and he doesn't need to be a cruiserweight.
I just feel like, again, they don't use half the people they have because there's too many people. Yeah. So adding Neville is not going to help.
No, but I like
And Neville. You know people are getting called up from NXT and all this. Like,
it's a mess.
There's just not enough room for
That's why if you send people down to NXT, it shouldn't be a bad thing.
There is enough room. Because Titus Worldwide gets to be on the show every week.
I was thinking about that this week. I was like, there is, but there isn't.
No, here's what... It's the same thing that people talk about all the time. They used to have storylines in the mid-card.
Yeah, they don't do that.
They don't. So instead of having storylines in the mid-card, they send Titus Worldwide out there to do nothing. And then they throw everyone else into multi-man matches at the main event or whatever.
Or the reason they didn't have a mid-card is because they always... So there's 3 people in the mid-card title match, right?
Yeah. On both shows.
Yep. And they all do it in one segment.
And SmackDown, at least they feel like they're in the mid-card.
Yeah.
Seth and Finn feel like Roman's the only fucking person in the main event, so fuck you, get the hell out.
It does, because, like, every time those two come out, you're like, oh, these are 2 of the most liked.
Because I'd be fine with, like, Miz, Finn, Seth having a feud for the, like, if you made the IC title matter, whatever, fine. But when you know that it's only because we don't know what else to do because we got to fucking get Roman over, then it's like, I don't want to watch this.
By the way, Finn needs to win that match. Like, I love Seth Rollins, but if we're picking one of them, he has to win.
Kind of, but I also don't.
He came back a year ago, and he hasn't done anything.
I'd like him to get his damn Universal rematch.
Yeah, that's what you wish.
Well, like, what's Roman... Never mind. I answered my own question. Fucking Bobby Lashley. God, fuck no.
Well, no, he's supposed to fight Brock.
Brock ain't gonna hang out.
No, there's no way. But that's the plan.
Because Brock and Roman at Payback or whatever.
Someone said
Backlash.
Bobby Lashley might be Braun's tag team partner. I was like, that might be the worst thing I've ever read.
My problem with Braun winning the tag team title is that he's gonna lose it like right away. Yeah. There's no point in him in the tag division.
Factual.
It just doesn't make any sense. Unless Husky Harris.
He kind of needs a weak tag team partner.
That's it.
I saw that the other day.
Husky Harris and Braun.
Someone pitched Braun
to
be his partner.
Also, throw Braun in the lake, and he becomes a Wyatt member again.
The black sheep. All right, this is gonna take 2 seconds. We just talked
SmackDown Live. We already did Daniel.
We just did Rusev and Nakamura. Okay.
I mean, we did it.
Guess what? Nakamura won.
Yes. Which
in a small package. Then he gets beat up, and then he fights him off because AJ is hurt.
Backstage, Nakamura reminded AJ that he's going to beat him with a knee to the face.
I actually find that funny now.
I'm curious because I don't.
Does Vince think he can't speak English? Yes.
Well, when Nakamura's backstage?
Yes.
Like especially with AJ, because I know they know each other from Japan.
Yes. Does he not talk to anyone?
Does he have fine conversations with everyone? Is it just because he's scripted that he can't do this?
I think so.
Because that's what I was thinking it is the scripting. So I was like, please stop making him say the same thing.
Well, I know he talks to like all the women because they like him.
Because he has to talk.
He definitely talks to AJ.
There's no way he sits backstage in silence.
He definitely talks to Daniel.
So
because they're like best friends.
I feel like it's just the fact that they make him remember a specific line in his not native language.
And Hideo's there.
That fucks him up.
Don't forget Hideo's there, technically, because 205 Live follows.
I was like, where is Hideo? Is he still on?
Yeah, he is. He's on this week because he's in a tag team.
I just remember when he broke Kendrick's face or whatever.
Do you remember when Akira Tozawa won the Cruiserweight title and I was really mad?
Yeah. We were there, right?
Yes!
Because I wasn't there.
I was like, what is...
I was getting french fries because I was like, 205 Live's on. I'm off.
And then Akira Tozawa won. And I was like...
I'm off to buy $20 french fries.
And oh, Jesus Christ. Hey, you can buy them again? Watch Brock do a 2-second match. Did you see it's Braun and Kane?
Oh, is it?
Yeah, it's a triple threat.
That's a match of the year candidate right there.
And you also get Roman versus Elias. Seth versus Finn. That's it. That's all he said. I was waiting for Ronda Rousey. No.
And Nia versus Mickie James.
Nia's guaranteed to be there, though.
Probably Nia versus Mickie James.
Oh, 1,000,000%. And Asuka versus a sick.
Baron Corbin and Ty Dillinger had a match. I started to skip it.
Yeah.
And then I was like, this could be an interesting feud. And then I realized it wasn't a feud. It was just Baron winning by like one move.
The real noticeable thing is here. Baron Corbin fought without a shirt.
Like, I thought they could have used this and built towards like a little mid-card feud.
No.
And then I realized, no, they're not.
Poor Baron.
Because I don't give a shit about Ty Dillinger. But for a second, I was like, maybe Ty and Baron could be interesting.
No.
And then, no, nothing was interesting. It was just Baron winning a match.
I remember when
it
turned on, I was like, who is that? Oh, it's Ty
Well, he's got to go try to be a 2-time Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal champion.
Yep, because that means a lot.
It does. They're going to announce it for weeks, and the trophy will be at ringside.
Let's talk about the longest match of this week.
Charlotte and Natalya.
This was so long.
I am so tired of Charlotte versus Natalya. I can't watch this anymore.
This is their best one.
This is the Sammy versus Kevin, except it's not good.
And Natalya won.
Oh, well, you forgot. Carmella tried to cash in, and she failed.
Got my hopes up. I was like, oh my God, we get the dream.
Why are both Money in the Banks clown shows?
I don't know. I did not decide Carmella and Baron Corbin winning these.
But like, was it always supposed to be a clown show because it's SmackDown and they can't have nice things? Or like...
I don't know. I think Baron was actually supposed to win, and then he kept talking on Twitter. And Carmella was supposed to win because Triple H liked her.
Well, you would think the first ever women's Money in the Bank would win the fucking belt.
Yep. Not going to happen. Unless she goes to Raw.
She doesn't even deserve to get a match.
She doesn't even get a match. You can't even say deserve.
I would take the damn briefcase and then release her ass into the fucking nowhere land. Because she's wasted every second of my life for months now. All she does is run down and look like an idiot. She looks like James Ellsworth. She's become James Ellsworth. Just goodbye. I'm so done. I can't take it. She's not on the show except when she runs down and fails to cash in. Go away. Go away. Just get out.
You can't tell her to go away if she's not there.
Just released. Goodbye.
Jeez.
There's a glorified manager who somehow became a wrestler, and by somehow, I mean, look at her. That's how she became a wrestler. That's what Vince saw. And then he put a fucking briefcase on her, because Vince is a fucking maniac, and he's like, Women's Revolution! That's what the face of it is!
I don't know how she won it.
I just told you. Look at her. Vince was like, look at her. That's what happened. He teleported to 2005 by accident. And he's like, that's the face. And that's what happened. We all know. Just don't even. Then the Usos come out. And something the Bludgeon Brothers and the match.
Luke Harper won.
Yeah. The tag divisions, God bless. God bless everyone in the tag divisions. Then Jinder came out.
Stop. It's just non-stop.
And for some reason, at the end of this segment, Bobby and Randy are in the ring like, Jinder's on the ramp.
Yep.
And Randy's music starts playing.
Yep.
Like, how did Randy win this exchange?
He got like 7 fake RKOs.
Like, next week...
And he came back.
Next week, there's something to do with the Sunil and Jinder versus somebody in a tag match. I saw the graphic. I don't remember why. Worst match of Mania already?
What?
This
guaranteed.
triple threat?
Guaranteed. You read Jinder Mahal.
The only thing is the tag divisions are like, they're going for it. They're going for the worst. They're trying.
I don't think the Braun match is going to be very long.
No, but this Uso thing could be fucking ugly. Because
Eric Rowan's in it.
Because the Bludgeons have to...
I just need to celebrate real quick. Becky Lynch was on TV and got a win. Okay.
God, when this happened, I was like, we're doing it again? What is this for?
I didn't know who they were fighting. And then I saw the Ruby Riott on the outside. I was like, oh, that's who they're fighting. Great. They're all going to be in a battle royal, so I don't care. Yeah, that's true.
The battle royal is building strong.
Oh, did we ever talk about, Kevin and Sami getting fired? Because they got fired.
No, but you know what we didn't talk about?
Shane O'Mac?
The beginning of the show, when Daniel's like, Kevin and Sami aren't here yet.
Yeah, I was like, how's that allowed?
And then, like, the show ends with, he's told that they showed up.
Yeah.
It's literally like there's 10 minutes left in the show.
They got fired.
Where the hell were they?
That's why they got fired. They were late for their job. They weren't going to show up, they said.
We can really quickly, I guess, talk about this last segment because we didn't really talk about this with the Daniel stuff.
This was the only segment I liked on SmackDown. There you go.
So, Daniel was like, yeah, Shane was right. I love you guys. And,
Did you say Sheamus?
Shane.
Oh. I like how he said whatever words that Shane said. I was like, hey, there we go.
But since you're dumbasses and tried to kill Shane, you're fired.
Yeah. And then the attack happened, and then we got the yes.
Shane and Daniel are friends again.
Yes, because he got beat up.
For the 8th week and change of this.
Yes.
Sami and Kevin are friends again.
Also true.
How that happened. See, here's the thing. It's like before Rumble, they thought Daniel was going to get cleared.
Yeah.
He didn't for some reason.
And then they got,
Then they definitely felt like he wasn't going to be cleared because they started building Kevin and Sami.
Yeah.
And then they
went back.
Cleared him again. What the what? What was going on?
Like, everyone thinks that Daniel was clear a long time ago, but if he was clear a long time ago, I feel like they would have known what story they were going with.
That's the thing. You feel like he was cleared before Rumble regardless, but then you remember that Kevin and Sami were like 2 seconds away from having a TLC match at Mania. You're like, never mind, I don't know. This is going to happen in Hell in a Cell or some crazy shit.
Tables. Oh, Jesus Christ.
You know it's happened. Some fucking...
Vince is going to be like, you want to be back? I'm going to end you.
It's going to be an elimination tables match or something.
He's going to end Daniel, match number 1. Be like, you're going to go through and you're going to be dead.
Please do a tag team last man standing. So you have to give Daniel a concussion, kayfabe, to
First
eliminate
blood.
him. Oh, what was I bitching about? Oh, now I know what I've... Back to Raw, opening segment, really. I just said kayfabe, and I was like, what did I keep talking about the other day with kayfabe? So Brock left, right? And then kayfabe goes back to Gorilla. It's like, hit my music again! And then he runs back out. Why would they hit his music again?
I thought it was funny watching him run.
But like, kayfabe, this guy's out here committing assault. And they're like, let's play his music again.
Yes. And he got cheered.
But he should have just run out in silence. There's no kayfabe reason that Gorilla was like, yeah, we'll do it again.
Speaking of running.
The first time's bad enough kayfabe.
I live for Matt Hardy running.
I like him getting up in general. Just every time he stands up.
Oh, he's such a weird human being.
But then I feel bad because, like, you know that's those TLC matches, and like, oh god,
how's him and Jeff still alive, but everyone else is done? How?
Jeff has some miracle body.
He does.
Matt is just a psycho.
Edge said on his podcast that you can't hurt Jeff Hardy.
Yeah, Matt should be done. Yeah, Matt had to come up with a whole gimmick to stay going here.
That is true. Much. If he was still I Fly a Tornado, he would not be back in the WWE, that's for sure. Jeff would be fine.
Oh, can he get the water on him and go back to the tornado gimmick for a week?
I thought that's what we were going to get. I thought we were going to get version 1, I can fly, or tornado.
They got to go back to being Brood.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Gangrel! Wait, no, that's not the wrong person. That's Edge and Christian. Lita.
Please go back to
Reby
being
doesn't
Brood.
like Lita. Does that shock you?
Rebby doesn't like Lita.
Rebby doesn't like anyone. Oh my god, I can't wait till Jeff Jericho's on the thing because he's the guy that wouldn't let them have the Brilliance. Rebby's just gonna be like,
I hate you. Just die.
Just chase him.
Oh god.
See, we ended it with a good note.
I think that's the everything. We don't even. Our question was about Braun, but I think we already did that.
Yeah,
kind of.
Care.
We did everything.
Yeah, we did.
So next week.
Will Ronda be on Raw next week?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's been 2 weeks since they've done something to build that. So next week, go home. Mania.
Write down the question now.
Yeah, it was
rank your favorite to least.
Yeah, ranking
I just don't want to forget.
Mania match.
Then do you know what the week after is? The most longest show of all time by us.
Yeah, we never did my awards thing that I was talking about.
What was?
So.
The end of the year?
Yeah.
Why don't we do that next week?
Because I don't know how time-wise is it all going to fit, but yeah.
We can hope.
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
Yeah. We can just skip SmackDown.
Theoretically, we could...
Do you know how much time that frees up?
Well, in theory, we could take like a different day, like a weekend, and record that separately.
Yeah.
And just have that be
I could easily do that.
Special thing. That might work.
I have break next week.
Okay, we'll figure it out.
There you go.
So... I think that's it, but we've got 2 weeks left of terrible TV till Mania.
Yes, and then we got the 2 good shows after Mania, and then we're going to
somewhere.
Backlash.
There's a shakeup in there.
Bobby Lashley, maybe.
And then we're back.
Do you like Bobby Lashley? Yes.
Theoretically, I feel like he's gonna come back one of 2 ways, and he's either gonna dominate everything and be annoying, or he's gonna do nothing at all and be annoying. So like, I'm kind of.
So you no middle.
I don't get how this is going to work.
Yeah, no.
Because again, there's too many people already.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
I think he'll be pushed.
That's my fear.
But I'm going to be racist real quick, but he's black.
He's going to be pushed right into Roman Reigns.
Yeah, there you go.
And then obliterated in mere seconds.
There's still never been an African-American WWE champion. Unless you count The Rock. But I don't count The Rock because he's Samoan.
Here's Bobby Lashley is coming, right?
Yeah.
He's an asteroid, not a space. Roman Reigns is the nuclear missile we send to destroy it, and he's going to get obliterated, and we're never going to hear or see him again. He's going to go off into space and be space dust.
Okay,
and that's it.
This will be the last question, then we can wrap it up. Does Bobby Lashley wear the headband?
No.
Damn it. I think it's the funniest thing in the world.
His entrance is going to be awful.
Yeah, because no one's going to know who he is.
It's not going to be Pyro. He's going to
he's
just going to be like...
No!
He's just going to point to nothing.
That's devastating. I forgot about that.
You said last question. Real last question. Will there be Pyro at Mania?
Yes, 1,000,000%. They have fireworks.
But they didn't do Pyro at SummerSlam or Survivor Series or Royal Rumble or anything that matters.
They're not WrestleMania.
They should be.
Do you know how much money they paid for that stage last year?
But they like this year, those are the only dual branded things.
Do you know why they had to save money? Because they put like $50 million in that stupid stage.
This stage is gonna be bad, probably.
Yeah, because it's indoors.
Well, because the logo's already shit.
Well, I like the next year's logo.
That's why I compare. That's how I'm comparing it. Because you remember
it's just the same logo.
Remember the Dallas logo? This year's reminds me of the Dallas logo.
Yeah, it's exactly the same, just purple and yellow.
Yeah. It's not as bad as the play button, but...
Do you remember WrestleMania Dallas? No, you don't. No one does. Do you know AJ's first WrestleMania match was there? No, you don't.
Did you know that AJ's still not going to have an important win at Mania? He only has beaten Shane McMahon at Mania. It's not good. Why did he lose to Chris Jericho?
Why to AJ?
Was that
the beginning of the list? Like after that? Like was he around there? Yes, he was. And then he left after Mania last year. Wow. He was around for a while.
I still loved him burning the Y2AJ shirt on this. The most underrated 2-week tag team in the history of business.
I wish they were a tag team. That would be great.
Oh, no, I liked it.
Yeah.
And then they ruined it.
Yeah, 2 seconds.
I would have preferred if they just went to Mania as a tag team.
They made a shirt for it.
For 2 seconds.
That's such commitment.
But that shows you...
Oh, Shayna got a shirt.
That shows you how much Vince changed his mind.
Did you know that? Shayna got a shirt.
I did not.
Go look.
We gotta wrap this up because it's gonna take too long to finish it. So I'll look in a second, but we're done. You can listen to this, obviously, audio version. Don't forget to subscribe to the correct channel, which is linked below if you're watching on mine, or mine, I guess, if you really have to be like that. You all really have to be like that.
I assume if they are on your channel, they already subscribed.
You would think, but actually, if you just type random wrestling shit, this probably comes up.
That's true.
So,
it better be top.
There's a good chance. But you probably didn't make it this far in the episode, so it doesn't matter. We'll be back next week, and see you later.